I was talking to Dame Taft, who I think is in the chat room, his show yesterday, and he brought up Dirty Work and said, I haven't seen it since it came out. I remember it being very funny. Am I wrong about that? You guys ever see that movie?
I don't know if I have.
I need to rewatch.
I need to rewatch. I could be wrong.
It's the Dame Taft Movie Show, hosted by my nephew, Screww.
Thank you, Auntie. Yes, it is the Dame Taft Movie Show. We have a very, very, very special guest. It's Trucker Andy.
Only two berries.
From the All Apologies podcast. You have a very clever, gimmick is kind of pejorative. Angle. You have a good angle on that show. It's all the celebrity podcasts, celebrity apologies, and you cover them and roast them and snark at them. Is that accurate?
Yeah. Yes, I would say so. I mean, we're leaning a lot more into the Dabbleverse stuff lately, but if anybody like a Diddy or a John Cena has to make a public apology, we'll key in on that and make fun of them for having to, eat shit publicly. It's pretty fun.
It's funny that there have been so many celebrity apologies, enough to build a show around. This has been going on for decades. What's the common denominator? What do you attribute that to? Because I have an opinion on that. Go ahead.
Overprivilege. People with money think they can do whatever they want, and they do it, and then realize that they can't. And in some cases they can, but most of the time, they humble themselves publicly and get away with everything. So we take them to task for it because they get away with everything because they're rich.
And generally, these people who apologize are coerced, compelled to do so for fear of losing what they got. Isn't that generally the case?
Yes. Yeah. That's the only real reason to make a public apology is when you don't want your constituents or your fan base to turn on you. Right?
Yeah, they're not genuine if they're forced to do it because they don't want to lose all their stuff.
Well, that's what we like to key in on is when it's inauthentic, because there's oftentimes you could tell people don't genuinely mean it. They're just doing it because their publicist told them to. And those are the best ones, because then you can say, oh, fuck you, because you're just doing this for money,
And invariably, I lose any respect, if I ever had any respect for them, because it's them showing they have no integrity. They're not doing it to be genuine. Most of the time, everyone that I've seen is like, well, you had to do this, or you're going to lose your job, or you're going to lose significant amounts of money and stuff like that. But anyway, not to stretch it out too long, but it's a good show. People should check it out.
Yeah. And the poker.
Enough of this gay banter.
Sorry for interrupting you. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. But Screw's been on the poker stream too. That's the other segment of my show that I like to have various creators on, and we face off at the poker table for, real stakes. And it's always a pleasure when you're there.
Subscribe. Well, thank you. Yes, you were kind enough to invite me on several times so that I could lose money. Yeah, you have that. Yeah, the
Dead
poker
money.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, the poker show.
The Poker Solution. If you go to the channel and you're looking for the poker games featuring Screww.
Lots of guests on there, so it's very entertaining. And you also have done movie shows, which is why you are here.
And also have a music show. We review Grateful Dead thing. We have a playlist on there called Grateful for the Dead, where my brother and I just finished covering the set list of the first concert that we ever attended at the tender age of 11 years old. And we revisited as many live recordings from 1983 Grateful Dead tour. And our first show was at Silver Stadium in Rochester, New York. So we just went through every song that they played at that and had a good time. Little nostalgia. And we grew up on that stuff. So that's also there, as well as the Edgar Wright playlist. What was that called? All the Right Movies. And we went through all of Edgar Wright's catalog leading up to The Running Man, which was terrible. But His movies basically go in
I
order
saw
from Shaun of the Dead and then all the way down to The Running Man. It just gets progressively worse.
I saw that episode where you reviewed the remake of The Running Man, and I'm no fan of the original. I like the story of the book, the novella,
Yeah.
but didn't like that movie and had no interest in seeing the remake. But I did watch you guys review it, just shaking my head, thinking, I will never ever. I have zero interest in this movie.
Yeah, if you're stuck on a plane and you can't change the channel, maybe you can sit through it. But I'd stick with the Arnold one.
That one's
It's fun.
that's
It's
a whole
just,
show on how much I hate that movie.
really, you hate it.
It's too
Hate?
dumb. It's too. Yeah, hate. It's too dumb to be fun. Listen. I can put up with a lot of Arnold. You know, he's done some goofy movies, but that one is just too painful to endure. But I don't want to talk about The Running Man right now.
No.
We had your boy Carl on here from Who Are These Podcasts? Another show you appear on. Man, you're doing a lot of shows, and you have been on that show a lot over 10 years or so.
Yeah, I was on this past week, yes. And I did watch your episode. We did an episode of WATP right before he came. He turned around and came right onto your show.
I got him. He was a little worn out after 3 hours. He's a little bit on edge. I was like, oh no. I was so nervous because he didn't look like cheerful, ebullient Carl. But real quickly, all your appearances on the show, I enjoy it. I enjoy your little snarky comments and stuff. You make me laugh. So I just wanted to pass that on to you.
But we went to high school together, and we were in a band right after high school. So he was a year behind me, and we met. You know, we were aware of each other in high school, but we didn't really get to know each other until he was in college. And then we started a punk band, Sluts. So then we did a lot of covers and original music, and then he started the Isotopes. I went on to another outfit called Heat Seeker, and then years later we came back and started another band, Buzz Myers, that he's featured a couple of times on WATP.
Now, I do want to touch on music with you briefly, but this is a movie show, dadgummit, so time permitting at the end, we will. Now, you and I have chatted briefly at a couple of live comedy shows, Dabbleverse shows, Hackamania, DabbleCon, but I don't really, and I've watched a couple of your movie shows, and I've razzed you a little bit about some of your takes, but I don't have a full understanding. I want to develop a fuller understanding of what your taste in movies is, so I can make sport of you.
Sure.
And so
yeah, I saw you were kind of not apologizing, but just busting my balls about John Cusack. I don't remember going to bat for John Cusack. I don't remember where that came from. So I'm not remembering what I said where that made you think I love John Cusack. But
so you agree that he sucks, right, and ruins movies? I can't look at his face.
I'm trying to think of something that I would defend of his, like Identity.
Shitty 80s stuff. Oh, yeah, that's a good movie, but not because of him. It had a big cast. Ray Liotta was in it there.
Being John Malkovich, right? That was something
another
that
actor I can't watch
ridiculous by him. But I don't hate him.
Like
when I was younger, people said I kind of looked like him. Maybe that's why I give him a pass.
He's one of these guys that appeared in movies that are popular, so they automatically get goodwill, and people don't step back and say, well, I like the movie, but I didn't care much for the actor. I hate the way these guys rise up on that wave. Michael Fox is another one for the future movie. He's not good, but because people like the movie, they love him. I don't want
Michael J. Fox?
Yeah, he sucks. He's
Back
a
to the Future.
Guy. Yeah, it's nothing special what he did there. The movie's good. He got buoyed up by it. He got raised up by the rising tide. Bruce Willis in Die Hard is another one. The movie's good. He sucks, but people love the movie, so they love everything about it. Anyway,
Bruce Willis is kind of the same in every movie, right? He's like Tom Cruise.
Okay.
Level.
Well, thank you for giving me that. Yeah, I'm not a fan of him.
I don't like Will Smith either. You know. Same thing. It's like.
Won't watch a single movie he's in.
The same guy in every single thing he does, with the exception of Pursuit of Ali or something like that, where he takes a big swing. And
didn't see it. It's
a
Michael Mann movie that I love Michael Mann, but I ain't gonna see it. No, I saw his first couple of movies, and I will never watch another one. I don't care for him. You could probably say I'm overly critical and I'm limiting myself, but I mean, at some point you gotta. put your foot down and be selective and discerning. And that's what I criticize a lot of people for, just being too accepting of anybody just because their stupid face is up on the silver screen. Be selective, be critical. Anyway, what I want, instead of going down the whole list and asking you yes or no on actors and movies and stuff, I thought we'd look at a couple of previews here, and we'll branch off into discussion on stuff related to that.
Sure.
So let's try. I just pulled two movies off the top of my head, thinking, well, maybe this will get Andy talking, and we'll go from there. Here we go.
So what do you call yourself? Huh? ¿Cómo se llama?
Antonio Montana. And you? What you call yourself?
1980, Miami. They called it Little Havana, where the American dream had a price tag, and only one man in a million was hungry enough to pay.
This country, you gotta make the money first. Then when you get the money, you get the power. Then when you get the power, then you get the woman.
Scarface. For one brief moment, the world was his.
I am the boss. That guy's soft. I like you, Tony. There is no lying in you. Here's to the land of opportunity.
We do business together a long time.
I know the street, and I'm making all the right connections.
Al Pacino is Scarface. He loved the American dream with a vengeance. Al Pacino, Scarface.
Ooh, that looks good. Coming soon to a theater near you. Scarface, yay or nay, Andy?
Oh, I mean, yay, but I don't. It's not one of those films that I'm going to say it's overrated by people. It's the, it's the misfits skull of movies, but they take the branding, and rappers love to like say how it's the American dream because you sell enough drugs and you could be rich and famous. I don't really. I haven't seen it a ton. Like a lot of people love to quote it over and over again. I think it's played out. It's not. I've never been a big Pacino guy either. Like Godfather too. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not Italian. I'm not huge into it. These movies
Well,
are.
he's Cuban in that movie, but the actor's Italian. Okay.
Well, no, I know, but he was in both movies.
Yeah.
So
yes. Okay. No, that's fair. That's fair.
They're daunting movies to sit through. By the way, the rewatchability of it is. It's on cable all the time. I don't know. It's a good movie, but it's not something I run to over and over again. Where I go, this is the greatest movie of all time. Like some people insist that it is. And the same with The Godfather. I just don't. I don't give all of my. I don't lend that much credit to anything really, but I'm a very much a take it or leave it kind of guy when it comes to music too. Yeah. But in movies, I'm just like, whatever. I've seen it. It was good. Yeah, whatever. Scarface.
It's a good gangster defend movie. It. Like I said, I'm trying to get an idea of your taste here. Gangster movies in general. Then if you don't like The Godfather, you don't like Scarface. Gangster movies interest you at all, or not so much? What are you into? Comedies? What's your thing? Comedy, slasher movies, musicals?
I usually will put on a good slasher horror movie, even if it's terrible. Those are kind of something that I enjoy more than anything else. I like a good comedy. I watched Little Brother, the Eric Andre, John Cena movie that recently. And it reminded me of like The Hangover and Old School. It was like an R-rated kind of comedies like those. So I enjoyed that recently. I just saw The Odyssey. Speaking of something that had a very long runtime.
Okay, well that's big in the headlines. So why don't you share your review of that if you wouldn't mind?
Fantastic. It was very good. I found so much of it's all practical effects for the most part. So when you know that and you watch it, you can appreciate it a lot more. I'll say that the made a choice for all the actors to use American, like contemporary American accents in it. Even Tom Holland and Robert Pattinson, who have British accents. I thought the movie would have been better if they had done British accents just for the time period. And I found that the American something
Talk like Greeks.
but the American contemporary American accent and the rewriting of some of the lines took you out of it for a couple of scenes. But for the most part, very amazing production, good acting almost across the board. A couple exceptions with Anne Hathaway, but very impressed. No nudity. Sorry. Very minimal Elliot Page. If anybody's wondering if that ruined the movie, barely
Ellen Page.
Yeah.
Ellen Page hacked off her breast, masquerading as a man. Ellen Page. Okay. So you had a good time. No, that's fine. The Odyssey. I read the book. I would like to see an adaptation. I'm sure it's been done a few times before. But yeah, I think I'm queered from wanting to see it because, some of the casting choices and other creative choices and everything. But I'm happy for you that you had a good time at the movies. I won't begrudge you that.
That's what it's all about. What do you want to go to the movie?
Isn't that big of me?
Be mad that you saw it, Screw. Like, oh, I just hated it.
No.
Why did I waste my time going to the movie?
No, I want my money's worth. No, I'm happy for you.
You definitely get your money's worth. It's 2 hours and 45 minutes, and it's good. So,
but I am cautious not to go see a movie that I have a feeling I'll walk out of angry.
I don't know what the
There's
fuck
a difference
all
between
you
a
were
movie that's
talking
just
about.
not
Dirty
good
Work is
or actually-
Dirty Work is a good movie, by the way. I don't know what the fucking discussion is. With you and Carl and everybody
I like
the
it.
show
Wait.
wondering if Dirty Work was good. It's good.
It's good. It's not up there with Caddyshack or Stripes or Animal House. And
Stripes.
By the way,
Stripes
is funny. It's funny.
I mean,
There's John
it's
Candy
funny,
in there and Lighten Up Francis, all that stuff. Warren Oates.
I mean, John Candy.
It's
what about Summer
Harold
Rental?
Ramis is hilarious.
Great Outdoors.
Wait, you're
Summer
saying that's better
Rental.
than Stripes?
Yes.
That
John
might
Candy
as well
movie.
be a John Hughes movie. It might as well be one of them John Hughes. I don't like the way John Hughes co-opted John Candy and put him in his shitty fucking movies.
The second act.
You're probably a big John Hughes fan.
The third act of Stripes sucks.
I don't care about that. Hey, funny. Well, I'll tell you what. I saw that thing in a sneak preview, Stripes, before it opened in theaters. A couple of different scenes, but Bill Murray was in attendance. Bill Murray was in attendance at the sneak preview of Stripes. Yeah,
that's cool. If we're talking about like funniest comedies, what about The Naked Gun?
Oh, it's great. Yeah. And the TV series on which it was based, The Police Squad. Yeah, I like all three of those movies. Even the third one that people don't rank that highly. I love the Oscars finale there. It cracks me up. I love it.
Did you see the remake?
No.
No?
It's Liam Neeson. When I think comedy, Liam Neeson. You see, I have been staying away from current and modern movies, mostly because there's no one I want to see. They're all dead. There's no more Charles Bronson or Lee Marvin or Steve Guttenberg.
Yeah.
I'd make a little joke there. That was funny.
What's the first movie you ever saw that was like a real movie that wasn't a kid's movie? That
first movie I ever saw in a theater? We're going way back. I can tell you because I remember the ones that had an impact on me, but we're going way back here, more than 50 years. The Poseidon Adventure is one of the first movies I remember seeing as a kid. Freaked me out, and it still holds up to this day. Still the best disaster movie ever.
That's a good one.
Okay, you like that? But I was saying, I stay away from the current movies because there's nothing in there to attract me. But
did you see Begonia?
Well, here, let me finish. No, I didn't. But I did get stranded in Birmingham, Alabama last week, and I there was a movie theater, and it was showing old movies and new movies. And I said, "Dadgummit, I'm going to go." And I had a great time. It's just by myself, but I'm used to that. And I saw a couple of old movies and a restored movie, but I was spending the whole day there. I had time to kill while my vehicle was getting repaired. And the they showed a preview for this movie Obsession. Have you seen that? I bet you have.
I did. Yep.
The preview gives away the whole movie.
Yeah.
Gave away. It kept going like even
the
after
end.
like pretty much. Well, the third act it goes right. It is one of those previews that keeps going and showing you stuff to the point where you're like, okay, I get it. I'm you're either in or out, and it keeps showing more and more. It's always a pet peeve of mine and many other people. But since it was playing at the theater next door, after I get out of my movie, I walk into it a half hour late and didn't miss nothing. It was fine. That's what horror movies are today. So yeah,
I have to tell you to see Begonia if you think everything's been done. It is
horror. What is it? I don't know. I've heard the title.
Yeah, it's more like it's technically I would say it's sci-fi, but it's really more of a psychological thriller. Starring Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons, both amazing performances.
Fat Damon, right?
Yes, Fat Damon. Correct.
Are there any trannies in there? Men with their breasts cut off? No, women. With their breasts
they cut off Emma Stone's hair, and she looks like a dude. So,
what do you think of her? Is she hot? She got kind of an ET face.
I would say she used to be hot.
Okay.
And now she has ET face. But she is a pharmaceutical CEO, and Jesse Plemons and his slow brother are convinced that she is an alien, and they kidnap her and the whole time you're trying to figure out why they're doing it and what the angle is and where it's going, and it's a lot of cat and mouse and her trying to trick them into letting her go and them trying to get her to admit to something. And
is it like one of them claustrophobic thrillers and confined quarters type of thing?
No, it gets out and about. But okay. all I could say is that if you think that everything's been done before, see that movie because there's nothing like it. So.
That actor's pretty good. I like his face, Jesse Plemons.
But excellent performances from everybody.
So you had a good time again. Okay, I'm happy for you. I'm trying to keep an open mind, right? That's why I'm talking to you about this stuff. Are you a James Bond guy?
I'm on my second playthrough of the new video game First Light, so I've seen several of the movies. The mechanics are a little hard to figure out at first. That's why I'm playing it through a second time now that I have a better understanding of how to play it. It's a little easier to get through. But
what platform is that on? Is that PC game?
Oh, I think it's on. I'm playing it on PS5. But
okay, good.
Yeah.
Huh. Would I like it? I got a PlayStation. Would I like it?
You don't like anything, so no.
Well, no, I like to kill people in interesting ways in video games.
Yeah.
Do you get to do that? Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No,
because I need a new game to play, so maybe
I'm enjoying it. And I grew up on the Roger Moore incarnation of James Bond, which is not the ideal Bond, but that is my introduction to the character. And I have that problem with a lot of things.
Mine too, Andy. Mine too.
Well, I grew up in the generation of Metallica's Black Album being the most popular album, and Megadeth's.
Hang on to that for a music talk. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
Because
to stick with Bond, I'm just saying that these are not the ideal point of entry incarnations of the character, but that's how I found it, and I had to retroactively see the Sean Connery stuff and go, oh, this isn't really the Bond that I know. I know the other one that's not as popular or good. And I thought that the Pierce Brosnan stuff was really good, and I have an affection for GoldenEye because of the video game. And but also not the best version of the movies. I liked the Daniel Craig stuff, but Skyfall is amazing. And there's good ones. Especially James Bond. Take it or leave it. There's some good ones. There's a lot of shitty ones.
All the films they've made so far, there are a couple that are a little rough, but I'll rewatch all of them. I enjoy.
So you're a fan?
Yeah. Oh, big time. Yeah.
Okay. Even Moonraker.
Yeah, you just named it. That's probably the roughest one to get through. Oh boy. The gags in there are so corny. It's like, man, if they could have just reeled that in a little bit.
Yeah. What about The World Is Not Enough with Denise
That's good.
Richards as a nuclear scientist?
Well, what do you want? Some old bag in there? She got a
No,
nice
she's hot in
rack on
it.
her. I don't give a fuck what her name is or what her occupation
Christmas
is.
Jones. Cool name.
Yeah. Big fucking cans on that
Big
pig.
Tits should be her name. Yeah.
Yeah, it has a good theme song too. A lot of the theme songs suck, but that one was
That
good.
was Garbage?
Yeah.
Shirley Manson. Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very good. All right, cool. You're a Bond guy, so you're not gay. What do you like on your pizza there, Andy? I'll give you 2 toppings. Any more is redundant.
I would, if I could only have 2, I'd do banana pepper mushroom.
Okay, I'll allow it. You should have a meat on there. The mushroom and a meat. Mushroom and a meat is ideal.
Yeah, pepperoni mushroom.
You're shaping up very well. You're doing very well. Star Trek or Star Wars?
Star Wars.
No, I'm afraid that's incorrect.
You're older than me, though. You know, people.
Yeah, thanks for
that, the older generation like Star Trek more because out of the television show.
No, I wasn't a fan of the TV series initially. I got into it gradually. It was an older brother show. In fact, we just did an episode on Star Trek The Motion Picture with my 2 other guests. It isn't out yet, but we just talked about it over the weekend. And so we touch on that. Yeah, no, Star Trek was an older brother show for me. I didn't get into it till after the movies and then went back and appreciated that they were dealing more with ideas instead of Buck Rogers blasting away shit.
Sure. Okay, so we're talking about the movies specifically, like Wrath of Khan versus Empire Strikes Back.
Sure. I mean,
okay.
Yeah. Okay, we can.
You'd rather watch Wrath of Khan than Empire Strikes Back.
Oh yeah, no, I don't like Empire Strikes Back. That one is talk about overpraised movies. You got all that stupid Karate Kid shit with the puppet. All right, instead of casting an Asian actor, they cast a puppet. So you got to deal with all that shit. The actors are still bad. That hasn't changed. The 3 principles I'm talking about. And then you got all that fucking forced sitcom pitter patter between the couple there, Han and Leia.
Harrison
it's excruciating.
Ford is worse than William Shatner.
Oh yeah, Harrison Ford is way too overpraised. Shatner at least is enjoyable. Shatner makes me happy. Harrison Ford pisses me off. You've seen Blade Runner, right? You see that fucker sleepwalking through that movie and just ruining it like a pouting child because the director won't pay attention to him like Steven did. You know, he's too focused on the visuals. He won't pay attention to the actor. You've seen Blade Runner.
Yes.
That fucking sleepwalking performance is unforgivable. It's unacceptable. Now, if he's a replicant, then I'll forgive him, but it's never really fully explained whether Deckard is a replicant. What about you, Andy? Deckard, replicant? Not a replicant.
I'm a quite literal guy. So I didn't think he was a replicant at the end. That was just I just take a lot of the movies for what they tell me, and I don't mind having a discussion about theories like that. But if it's not on the screen, I'm just like, okay, well, whatever. Okay. So I just thought he was the hero in the movie. Rutger Hauer is the fucking replicant. He was the guy fighting the replicant. That's the movie to me.
You're all right, man. Hey, because of what you just said about what's on the screen there, I got to ask you. Then, are you a David Lynch fan? You don't?
No.
Do you like that kind of challenging stuff?
No.
Okay.
Not
Some
really.
people ain't into it. Some people ain't into it.
Yeah, I mean, I like Blue Velvet, right? That's probably Dennis Hopper in that. It's amazing. I like that one. And then it's kind of diminishing returns for me. Did he do that Straight Story? The guy.
Yeah, Rated G.
I like that one because it's digestible. The Lost Highway and all this other,
Lost Highway is a
things.
bit rough. Yeah.
I don't know. I like Pullman. I like shit that makes sense.
Okay.
So
yeah, that's what we're trying to get to the bottom to. Is no need. There's nothing wrong with that. So, do we say you saw that Obsession, right? Did you like that thing?
I liked it just fine. I think that it's overrated. I think people were desperate for something that didn't suck loud to be on the screen. But It's not like reinventing the wheel in any way. I think that the MacGuffin or the gimmick of a, making a wish as a plot device sucks. I don't like that. But I thought the performance from the woman in it was very good, and I think that when you can make a movie like that on a shoestring budget, that's impressive. So I liked it from that regard.
Okay, so you're taking into account the kind of behind the scenes filmmaking aspect of it, in addition to the entertainment value. Yeah, 'cause some people have difficulty separating the two. Yeah, some viewers are just, hey, entertain me. I don't give a shit how the thing was made. And you got people like me who like to dissect it and find out, how the magician did the tricks and stuff.
Yeah, well,
there's a balance there. There's a balance, right?
Right, and they just came out with this the new incarnation of an Evil Dead movie. And I'm a big fan of the original one. That I read the book about the production of that, and it's just a bunch of kids making a movie for fun and using ingenuity and creativity to put it on screen and have it set the world on fire. So I love that kind of story, an underdog story like that. I love Bruce Campbell, and I like that property, but I don't know if I haven't seen the new one yet. So,
yeah, they had a remake. What was it, in 2013 or 2013? I think.
Yeah,
I walked out of it.
Really?
I walked out of it.
Why?
Yeah, there was a lot of shaky cam and unnecessary exposition. It's like, there's no way this movie's going to win me back. I mean, I didn't like.
But do you like the OG? And 2? Okay.
Yeah, and 3.
What about Army of Darkness?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Army of Darkness was the movie that got me into horror movies. I was a little pussy that didn't like horror until that kind of straddled the line between comedy and horror. Right. And then from there, I was off to the races with the genre. So
that was a good move when they made it the first sequel, Evil Dead 2. To take it broad like that, because what are you going to do? Just repeat the first movie? And it got criticized for that. It's like, oh, it's not old school, man, But what else could they have done to it be an improvement or distinguish itself from the first film? That was the right thing to do. And the sequel to Texas Chainsaw Massacre did the same thing. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. There's another example that's I can't think of it off the top. But it's like we made this on a shoestring budget. Now that we have a studio backing us, let's do the movie that we wanted to do.
Right.
And God, there was just something else kind of that came out that was like that. But I can't.
Was it horror?
I'll think of it tonight when I'm trying to go to sleep. But
there are other examples of that. Yeah, when they get the success and they say, I want to go back and do it over correctly. Michael Mann did that with Heat. That was a movie called L.A. Takedown, made for TV in 1989. It's the same story, and even some of the same character names of the shootout at the end. It's on YouTube. Are you a Michael Mann fan? You saw Ali.
No, Heat? I didn't see that actually, but I did see Collateral, and see that's arguably Tom Cruise's best movie. So,
yeah, he's good. Yeah, you just got to put up with Jamie Foxx and What's Her Nose. That kind of sullies it for me. But yeah, that brief little shootout at the Korean disco was pretty fucking awesome. That was like some early John Wick shit, huh?
Yeah. No,
very cool.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah, man, take it or leave it. But I do I've been meaning to watch Heat again, rewatch it.
Making a sequel.
Really?
Michael Mann.
Kilmer going to be in it?
Too soon. No, I think fucking Leo is in it. It's on IMDb. And Michael Mann did the book Heat 2, and I guess got interest. Fucking that thing was 32 years ago.
So Leonardo DiCaprio in Heat 2.
Yeah, I think.
What about?
I think Christian Bale's in it too, and I think it takes place in the past, kind of a prequel type of thing. So I'm gonna. Hey, if Michael Mann can do it again, I'm all in favor of it. I'm not going to get my hopes up, but go ahead. What were you going to ask?
Just since I'm going to take everything we've been talking about and squash it all into one question, since we were talking about the Odyssey and Matt Damon and Leonardo DiCaprio in Heat 2. What about The Departed.
It's a good movie. I don't like
Gangster
the broad.
movie.
It's a gangster movie. I don't like the
Vera
broad.
Farmiga or whatever.
Yeah, I don't like her face, and she
There's
doesn't
like
get
zero
naked,
women in it. She's like the only woman, and they picked this. I don't think that whoever wrote it, or I don't think they're just like, we have to have at least one woman in it to pass the Bechdel test. It doesn't even, because there's only one woman in it. But yeah, she's not the reason for the movie. If she wasn't in it at all, it would be okay.
Well, here, let me continue. Alec Baldwin's good in it. Marty Sheen, and it's probably the only movie in which I like Wahlberg. There's another guy who I won't go see anymore. I'm sick of him. I've seen
very rare to get a decent. What about Boogie Nights? Yeah, it's not good because of him, but
no, there's a movie that I initially liked when it came out, and I do have it on the shelf, but now I've developed a dislike for it.
Yeah,
I don't like that director. Did you cover that director on your show?
P.T. Anderson?
Or, yeah. Or it might have been Husey.
Yeah, yes, Husey did it, and I think I was on that one. And
okay,
yeah,
I don't like that director.
Yeah, I don't like a lot of his stuff. He does have some good movies in the catalog, but by and large,
the Master was good. I appreciated that one. I
haven't seen that one. Oh, you know what? They're showing that at the Kodak Dryden Theater. I think it might be today. That I should go see that one. And you know what they just showed? You were talking about seeing old movies on the big screen. I went and saw on July 7th at 7 p.m. I went and saw the movie 7 in 35 millimeter. That was fun.
Okay.
And that was cool.
Had you seen that in the theater when it originally came out?
I did. I think I did when it was original. Okay. But seeing it on like a faded 35 millimeter print, a movie like that was really cool.
Cool.
And then they just, that following Saturday, I didn't get a chance to go see it, but RoboCop in 35 millimeter. That would have been fun. And they're also showing The Matrix, which I saw it on original run, but they're showing that at the end of August. So I love when they bring back old stuff that you get to see on the big screen again like that. So
that's good. So you are an enthusiast.
Yeah. What about The Matrix? Highest rated movie on IMDb. Borderline perfect movie, Screww.
Well, I will admit to seeing it more than once when it came out, trying to take it all in.
Me too.
Undeniably innovative. Okay, it's one of those movies that launched 1,000 or a dozen imitators and stuff like that. Technical innovations in cinema are notable. They come along every few years. I watched it again recently to see if I can get any entertainment value. I just don't. I'm not interested in it anymore. I don't like a lot of the cast, and some of the lines are really cringy. Toasty wheat tastes like toasty wheat and all that shit.
Yeah.
All those little androgynous characters, because the directors are a couple of fruits, and they're putting forth an agenda and stuff like that. What about you?
There's definitely like SM, like latex leather daddy shit happening in that. But I think I would agree that casting Keanu Reeves in it was maybe a notable name that they could get, but his performance is very wooden. But that
I think
turned him into a household name.
Yeah.
I think he was good. So the sequels blow, by the way. I don't want to go to bat for anything other than the first one. Mainly for the lore and the world building and the concept and the innovation and the action sequences. There's just so much that's fantastic about it. Lawrence Fishburne's incredible in it. Everybody else,
he's okay.
Not, but Hugo Weaving's performance in it. Really good.
There you go. I don't like him. I don't like the villain.
Well, you're not supposed to like him.
No, not necessarily. Yeah, you do. You want a villain that you can like. Oh, this, like Rutger Hauer in Blade Runner, and that's a bad example. I don't care for the actor, but I'm not going to blame the actor. I don't like the character, and the Secret Service glasses and earpiece and stuff. No, that you hit on something that that's one thing I dislike about the movie is the villain does nothing for me.
I think they're just supposed to be like they're all supposed to be the same. It's like an interchangeable person, but I don't know, the whole concept and the gunfight in the lobby when they're rescuing Lawrence Fishburne. It's just so much to enjoy.
You still enjoy it? Okay, good.
Oh yeah.
You got time? You got time for another preview here? Short one?
Sure, please. Yeah.
It's the Dame Taft Movie Show, hosted by my nephew, Screww.